Welcome to our online module on unconscious bias awareness. Today, we will explore case studies on biased decision-making. This presentation aims to challenge you to confront your own unconscious biases. By analyzing real-life case studies, both personal and professional, we'll uncover practical techniques to reduce biases in our daily decision-making processes. By the end of this presentation, you will be equipped to apply effective mitigation strategies for unconscious bias, enhancing your decision-making in all areas of life. Here's a look at what we'll cover first. We'll explore techniques for reducing unconscious bias. Then, we'll analyze 3 case studies: group assignments at university, friendship circles, and recruitment decisions. We invite you to engage with this insightful material and refine your decision-making approach. Let us begin. Today, we will explore methods designed to minimize personal biases and promote fairness and inclusivity. In both personal and professional settings, you can implement the following techniques: self-awareness training, diverse interactions, structured processes, and feedback mechanisms. Let's discuss each one in detail. Firstly, self-awareness training involves engaging in regular self-reflection and educational programs to increase awareness of your own biases. This can be achieved through workshops, online courses, and personal reflection exercises. Understanding your unconscious biases is the first step in mitigating their impact on decision-making. Next, diverse interactions are essential. Actively seeking and engaging with individuals from different backgrounds helps broaden your perspectives. This can include participating in cultural exchange programs, attending diversity-focused events, or making an effort to interact with colleagues from various backgrounds. These interactions challenge preconceived notions and reduce stereotypes. Structured processes in decision-making involve implementing standardized procedures that minimize subjective judgment. For instance, in hiring, using structured interviews with predefined criteria ensures all candidates are evaluated based on the same standards. Similarly, in performance evaluations, utilizing clear and objective metrics helps reduce bias. Finally, feedback mechanisms are crucial. Creating systems for receiving and acting on feedback about biased behaviors and decisions allows organizations to address issues promptly. This can involve anonymous surveys, suggestion boxes, or regular feedback sessions where employees can voice concerns about biases they observe. By integrating these techniques into daily practices, both individuals and organizations can work towards a more equitable and inclusive environment. Let's begin with our first case study: group assignments at university. Lisa, a student, selects friends for a project based on familiarity, overlooking classmates who might bring diverse perspectives and skills. This unconscious bias impacts the group's creativity and the quality of their work. Now, take a moment to reflect on your own experiences. Take a pen and paper and write down your thoughts and ideas related to this case study. Answer the following questions. Question number 1. Have you ever formed a group based on familiarity rather than skills and diversity? What was the outcome? Question number 2. How can you ensure you consider diverse perspectives when forming groups for projects? Question number 3. What steps can you take to challenge your assumptions about working with unfamiliar individuals in an academic setting? Now, let's analyze this case and examine the consequences of Lisa's unconscious bias, as well as practical techniques she can apply next time to mitigate her bias. Lisa's choice is influenced by comfort rather than merit. Actively seeking diverse team members can enhance problem-solving and creativity. The consequences include reduced creativity and innovation due to a lack of diverse perspectives and the potential for groupthink. To concretely encourage diversity in team selection, Lisa can encourage diversity in team selection. Lisa can start by actively seeking team members from different backgrounds, fields of study, or with varying skill sets. She could use a random selection process or collaborate with classmates she hasn't worked with before. Implement structured guidelines for forming groups. She can propose or follow guidelines that ensure diverse group compositions. For example, creating a rule that each team must include members with different majors or from different cultural backgrounds. Promote an inclusive environment. Lisa can foster an environment where all team members feel valued by encouraging open communication and respecting different viewpoints. She could facilitate discussions where everyone has a chance to contribute their ideas. By integrating these techniques, Lisa can help create a more equitable and innovative team dynamic. Next, we examine Tom's social interactions. Tom prefers to spend time with friends who share similar interests and backgrounds. He subconsciously avoids inviting colleagues from diverse backgrounds to social gatherings, fearing they might not fit in. Now, take a moment to reflect on your own experiences. Take a pen and paper and write down your thoughts and ideas related to this case study. Consider the following questions. First, can you recall a time when you excluded someone from your social circle due to perceived differences? How did it impact your relationships? Second, what benefits can arise from including people with diverse backgrounds in your social activities? And third, how can you actively work to include individuals from different backgrounds in your social gatherings? Now let's analyze this case study and explore the consequences of Tom's unconscious bias, as well as strategies he can use to address it. Tom's affinity bias limits his social interactions. To mitigate this, he can actively invite colleagues from different backgrounds to social gatherings, fostering a more inclusive environment. The consequences of his bias include limited personal growth and understanding due to a lack of diverse interactions and missed opportunities for forming enriching relationships. Practical techniques for Tom include expanding social activities. Tom can broaden his social activities to include diverse groups. He might join clubs or groups with varied membership or attend events that welcome different cultures. Challenging himself to engage with different people, Tom can make a conscious effort to interact with colleagues and acquaintances from different backgrounds. This could mean initiating conversations during lunch breaks, coffee breaks, or team-building activities. Creating inclusive events when organizing social gatherings, Tom can ensure the events are inclusive and welcoming. He can plan activities that cater to diverse interests and explicitly encourage everyone to participate. By applying these strategies, Tom can enhance his social interactions and promote a more inclusive atmosphere. In our third case study, Sarah, a hiring manager, reviews resumes for an open position. She tends to favor candidates who attended the same university as she did assuming they share similar values and work ethics. Now, take a moment to reflect on your own experiences. Take a pen and paper and write down your thoughts and ideas related to this case study. Consider the following questions. First question, have you ever favored candidates or colleagues because of shared backgrounds or experiences? What was the impact on your team? Second question, how can you implement blind recruitment practices to ensure fair evaluation of all candidates? Third question, what measures can you take to diversify your hiring process and reduce affinity bias? Now, let's analyze this case study and explore the consequences of Sarah's unconscious bias and the steps she can take to address it. Sarah's bias results in reduced team diversity and potential legal issues. The consequences include limited perspectives and a lack of innovation within the team. To tackle this, Sarah can implement several practical techniques. Using blind recruitment methods, Sarah can remove identifying details such as names, gender, and educational institutions from resumes during the initial screening process. This ensures that candidates are evaluated solely based on their skills and experience. Developing standardized criteria, Sarah can create a set of standardized criteria for evaluating candidates. This involves defining clear objective measures for assessing skills, experience, and qualifications, ensuring all candidates are judged fairly and consistently. Promoting diversity and inclusion training, Sarah can advocate for diversity and inclusion training for all hiring managers. This training helps managers recognize and mitigate their unconscious biases, fostering a more inclusive and equitable recruitment process. By applying these strategies, Sarah can enhance team diversity, foster innovation, and create a more inclusive workplace. In this presentation, we explored the impact of unconscious bias on group assignments at university, social interactions, and recruitment decisions. We saw how these biases can lead to reduced creativity, limited diversity, and unfair career progression. We provided practical techniques to mitigate these biases, including self-awareness training, engaging in diverse interactions, and implementing structured processes. Each case study highlighted the consequences of biased decision-making and offered specific strategies to foster an inclusive environment. By understanding and addressing unconscious bias, we can create more equitable and innovative spaces in both personal and professional settings. For more detailed information, please refer to the following sources used in this presentation. These references provide comprehensive insights and additional reading on unconscious bias, its impacts, and strategies for mitigation. Thank you for participating in this presentation. We hope you found the information valuable and are inspired to apply these strategies in your personal and professional life to foster a more inclusive and equitable environment.